Happy Friday! I might quit teaching and just become a singer. I got the pipes. Okay, we're going to get going here. Hopefully you guys had a chance to look at the rewind. First one asks you to find the mean, right? So remember the mean, you add them all together, divide by how many. You should get an answer of 4. I also wanted the median, right? So we have to line these numbers up here, cross out the smallest, cross out the biggest, smallest, biggest, until we're left with one number in the middle. The median here is 2. And then the mode, remember, we don't use this one as much, but it has some applications in statistics. It's just the one we see the most often. If we come up here, most of these numbers only show up one time, except for 2. Okay, I've got 3 employees that have worked at the subway for 2 years. That is our mode from this data set. Okay, and then the second one goes directly to what we talked about yesterday. How would the measures of center change if the 13-year employee quit? Okay, so we've got our measures of center, our mean, median, and mode. And if this 13-year employee quit, okay, what is going to change? Okay, if we look, the mode, right, isn't going to change at all, right? 13 did not show up the most times. 2 showed up the most times. It still shows up the most times if we get rid of 13. Median, same thing. 13 is the first number that we cross off, right? It's the biggest one. It's our outlier. So median actually won't really change very much either. It's still going to be 2. The one that will change is this guy up here, our mean. Remember, when we calculate mean, we have to add all the numbers together, divide by how many. Getting rid of an outlier like 13 from that calculation is really going to change our answer, and we call that the outlier effect, right? We talked about that yesterday. The median and the mode are not going to change very much, but we're going to see the mean decrease to match our data a little bit better. Okay, so that based on the outlier effect, right, our mean's going to change. The other 2 values aren't going to change very much. And in this case, they're not going to change at all. Okay, so that's yesterday's stuff. What we're moving into today, we've kind of got 2 different objectives today. The first one, we need to be able to answer problems like this one. Okay, so this says Martin and 4 of his friends. And before we get too far into this, I know these are below minimum wage, okay? Do you want harder numbers? I didn't think so, so you can deal, okay? Martin and 4 of his friends have jobs, and they make an average of $7 per hour. If Martin's friends make $5, $10, $5, and $7, how much does Martin make? Okay, so I want you guys to think about how you would solve this problem, and we're going to go over this one in the next video. See if you can figure out a good strategy besides just guess and check to get to your answer here. If we know the mean, but we're missing one of the values, how do we find that missing number? Okay, see if you can come up with a strategy. We're going to talk about this problem in the next video.